Jesus said, you know my name, but you don't intimately know me. Even though you're doing all this stuff. Guys, I just want to share with you that in America over the last 60 to 100 years, we have really distorted much of the presentation of the gospel. I'm going to tell you what we've distorted it down to in many circles. We've distorted the gospel, which requires complete surrender and sacrifice of every area of your life, taken to the cross, full surrender to Him. We have watered it down to the point where we say, if you repeat a prayer and you check this box, we proclaim you born again and you're good to go for eternity. Meanwhile, you're not living anything close to Jesus. You don't know Him intimately at all. We've replaced it with, here's the phrase, well, you love Jesus in your heart, don't you? American Christianity is the only place that this approach actually works. And it doesn't work, but we want to think it works. I want to ask the married women a question. Your husband comes home from work and says, sweetheart, there was a secretary in the office and I stepped out of our marital relationship and I was unfaithful. But I just want to let you know that in my heart, I love you. How's that go over? How's that go over? You mean in a marriage relationship, I can't only do something in my heart, my actions actually have to follow through. What if I went to the doctors and the doctor said, Damon, you're 75 pounds overweight, your cholesterol is through the roof, you are super unhealthy, your blood pressure is just crazy. If you don't stop going to Dunkin' Donuts every day, okay, and eating dinner at the Cheesecake Factory, you're gonna die. And I was like, and he's like, I go home, I come back the next month, I put on 15 pounds. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory and Dunkin' Donuts every day. And he's like, I told you, but I'm like, no, doctor, you don't understand, man. In my heart, I'm eating salad like you wouldn't believe it. So I'm driving down the road out here and the speed limit is 35. And I'm flying down the road at like 85. And the officer pulls me over and he's like, I caught you doing 85 and a 35. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, officer. It's all good, but I just want to let you know, in my heart, I was 10 miles underneath that speed limit. How's that go over? It doesn't go over. Because it's only in our relationship with God where we've created this thing where the only thing you have to do is serve and love Jesus in your heart, and your actions in your life don't have to show any fruit of it. That's the presentation of the gospel, I'm telling you, in about 75% of American churches. Just check this box and go live however you want. Live like Esau, run after the flesh, do whatever you want. But 1 John 2:3-6 says, the man who says, Lord, Lord, the man who says that I know Jesus and doesn't obey His commands is a liar, and the truth is not even in him. That sounds like this group in Matthew 7 that stand, they say, Lord, Lord, we've been doing all this, we've been doing all this. And He says, who? And the truth's not even in you. The rest of that verse says, the way we come to know that we have intimacy with Him, the way we come to know that we know Him, the evidence that we know Jesus is we obey His command. The evidence that we know Jesus is we obey His command. The evidence that we know Jesus is we obey His command.